Mr. Dunn, where are you off to?
Oh, I'm off to Dice Tower Con 2014.
Wow, why do you want to go to that?
Oh, are you kidding? Get to meet Tom Vassell, get to play lots of games. How else are we going to get to know the games that we're going to review?
Brilliant. Well, it looks like you're all ready to go.
Yeah, can't think of anything else I need, so
Have a great trip.
I'll see you later. Hello, my name is Mr. Dunn. This is a special summer edition of Two Geeks in a Game. The Dice Tower Con. Yes, Two Geeks in a Game is going to have a presence down at Dice Tower Con 2014 in Orlando, Florida. I'm heading down right now with my family, but my big goal is that I get to interview Tom Vassell. He's like board game royalty. There's also some big name designers there. Anyways, I couldn't have done this without the support of my family.
I can't wait to see Mickey! I'm bored. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Well, we finally made it to Florida. We're here in Orlando. We're just about to go into Dice Tower Con 3, 5 days of the most incredible gaming ever. Hello, here I am at the DoubleTree. I've already got my convention badge. Let me show you around. Here's the con room. It's still a little empty, but it's going to fill up again. Here's the games library where you can check out all sorts of games. Custom meeples, of course. All sorts of publishers have desks. And this is where you get a chance to talk to the publisher and really find out about the latest things in gaming. Finally, there's always a chance to buy that board game, because we're going to come here, you're going to try a lot of board games, and then maybe you're going to want to buy one for your class. Well, here we are in Orlando, and I'm with Mr. Vassell. I'm Mr. Dunn. So Mr. Vassell, you're a math teacher.
I've taught math, yes.
Oh, you've taught math. My question is, how do you bring board games into your classroom effectively?
There's, okay, well we don't have an hour, but there's really a lot of different things. To me, math is not a fun subject for most people. Board games are fun. So bringing them in, the kids are going to be excited no matter what you do. And the fact that there's so many different, almost every game in existence is all about math, so I can justify anything. And so I just have to sit there and say, how can I make this so it fits the whole class? You know, maybe I'll split the class up. Like, for example, in geometry, I have them play a lot of two-player back abstract games. Not just chess, but you know, there's a whole pile of games out there. And then I ran tournaments and I switched in and out, and they got really excited about that. For classes like algebra and those, I might do a bigger game that does the whole class, or just have a game day. And while a game day sounds like it's just something that you do to have fun, it really does teach the kids math. There are so many games, hundreds and hundreds of games that teach math. That's not even close to answering your question.
No, I think you've given some good introduction there. That's exactly what we feel as well. We feel like when you bring games into the classroom, there's lots of learning that happens just naturally. But then my second question is, what's the biggest barrier to bringing games into the classroom?
The biggest barrier is just not being prepared, like anything with any teacher. If you're not prepared and you're not ready and knowing how to deal with it, I don't know that there's a barrier to it. I mean, when I teach, the kids don't learn anything. I mean, they learn, but they always say if you get them to learn a few concepts over the course of the year, you've done well. And games just reinforce stuff. I have kids, I had a student call me, he emailed me just a few years ago, and he was in college, out of college actually, had a job somewhere, and he said, I really remember the math class that we played when I was in 7th grade. And I was like, wow, this kid is, I never expected him to do anything.
So it made it more memorable for you.
Yeah, so I don't really think there's downsides or really, I mean, obviously you can mess up anything. You say, we're going to play games every day, throw the curriculum out. Oh, the principal said we shouldn't play games, we're going to do it anyway. Okay, there's obviously things you can do that are problematic, but the downsides would just be not being prepared, and that's, every teacher should be prepared.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for your time. For Two Geeks in a Game, I'm Mr. Dunn, and this is Mr. Vassal.
Woohoo!
Teaching rules. Well, here we are at the end of the con. So many games played, so much fun. Have to admit, lots of late nights. But what does the con do for us? Well, for Two Geeks in a Game, I learned lots of new games, play tested all sorts of new prototypes, got a lot more insight. I even found a few new games for scaffolding other games, and in fact I've even found some games that are currently in my collection that I can now scaffold into much more interesting games in the classroom. But what does it do for you? Well, look at where I am. I'm in Orlando. You can have a family vacation, you can relax, and you can actually learn something at the same time. You come down to the Dice Tower Con as an educator, and you will find lots of games that you can use in your classroom. You'll meet new people, and I've even met a lot of teachers down here who talk to you about how they use their board games in the classroom. All that's left now is driving back to Ontario